Hey everyone, SolarPrimal here, and the time has come. Can I beat Pokemon Platinum with only one Chimchar? I've been watching quite a few Pokemon challenge videos lately, so I was inspired to try my hand at one of these myself. And what better Pokemon to give it a try with but the pseudo face of this channel and my favorite Pokemon, Chimchar. Comparing Chimchar's stats with the other Sinnoh starters, it is weaker of the three for total base stats, but I'll remain optimistic for the time being. I will need to EV train for my first time ever during a playthrough of a Pokemon game to give me a bit of an edge in this challenge. So depending on which nature Chimchar gets will also determine which stat, either attack or special attack, I will be EV training. This Pokemon does have a bit of an odd spread to its stats, where HP, defense, and special defense are both tied at 44. Attack and special attack are also even. Looking at Chimchar's moveset, I will definitely be heavily reliant on TMs and move tutors to help with type coverage throughout the challenge. Luckily, Platinum comes with better move tutors than its Diamond and Pearl counterparts. Do keep in mind I'll be writing this script as I go through the challenge, so for now this is being all written before I get started. Comment down below on your guesses on whether I can win this challenge or not. Now for a few ground rules for this challenge. I'll be following these rules as follows. Only Chimchar in battle. I can use other Pokemon for HMs, so Nickel the Bidoof will be coming back. No glitches or exploits, luckily I don't know any, as well as no items in battle, with the exception of held items. With that being said, wish me luck and let's do this. Starting things off, I went with our typical names that we use for the characters. Gordon for myself, and Brad for my rival. Why Brad, you ask? He was one of my close friends growing up. He was quite literally my rival with Pokemon. Brad and I get to pick our starters. Nothing crazy here, just simply picking Chimchar. Our rival is eager for a battle and nearly takes us out after spamming Leer on us. Yikes. During one of the moments of air I get during the tutorial phase, I check Chimchar's nature. And well, how about that? We got ourselves an adamant nature. I guess that points us in the direction on which stat we're going to be focusing on during EV training. After nicknaming our Chimchar Solar, because of course we would, we're off. We received the Pokedex from Professor Rowan, and he gives us the TM for Return. That might prove useful later. Now we can leave Sand Gem Town and... hey Dawn. Okay, tutorial done, and... hi Dawn. After an age of tutorials, we're off. On to EV training. Since we have an adamant nature, we will be mowing down Shinx for attack points and Starly for speed. And do keep in mind that 1 point has already been used up for special attack since we fought the Piplup. During the grind, we encounter a shiny Bidoof. Well, I needed one for an HM slave later on anyways. Might as well catch this one. It's almost like having a shiny piece of garbage. But not that one. Ew. 2 hours in and I have downed 80 Shinx and 26 Starly so far. This is gonna take a while, but it'll be worth it. I hope. 7 hours later. 228 Starly and 217 Shinx and 4 Bidoof. And we're done. It was a ton of work at the get-go, but I'm hoping it'll be worthwhile in the long run. Though it has left us quite over-leveled. We're 24 levels in and we still haven't battled our first trainer, if you don't count the rival. In Jubilife City, we obtain the Quick Claw, and equip it to Solar. After our quick stop over in Jubilife City, we make our way over to Oreburgh City while picking off trainers along the way. Our rival is first up to test our skills and we take him down with no issues. Enjoy that while it lasts, I suppose. Along the way, we obtain HM06 Rock Smash. This should help us secure a quick victory against the Rock Gym, but we'll see. Speaking of which, gym time. Or so I thought. The leader is out at the moment. After finding Rorik inside Oreburgh Mine, he demonstrates to us the instrument of his demise for us, and then heads back to the gym. Now it's gym time. Rock Smash, like as predicted, makes quick work of his Geodude. Onyx survives the first Rock Smash, and Rorik heals it with a potion, but the second Rock Smash takes it out. Now for Cranidos. I was worried I'd be outsped, but first badge done and dusted. Back in Jubilife City, Team Galactic were up to no good. Started causing trouble in my neighborhood. We got in one little fight and the grunts got scared. Yeah. So double battles will be interesting. I can get around most of them, but some, like these twins, I'm gonna have to look more into it. Arriving in Floraroma Town, we get a nice little break. Ow, Team Galactic is here. At Route 205, we encounter a little girl missing her papa at Valor Ironworks. Team Galactic is blocking the way, so I guess we might as well lend a hand. Luckily, they're pushovers. I thought Mars would have given me some trouble, but nope. So far, so good. We blaze through Eternal Forest, arriving in Eterna City. And since we're here, you know what time it is. Gym time. But of course, it was easy peasy. The second gym badge, done and dusted. I feel like this EV training made things a little too easy so far, but we'll see how things progress. We pick up our bike as a reward, and Cynthia also gives us an egg. Yay! Taking the cycle bridge from Eterna City, we return to Route 207, and take on all the trainers on the way. The egg that Cynthia gave us hatched. It's a Togepi. Yay! Maybe we can make it our HMO2 fly user. Dawn shows up and gives us the VS Seeker. I got a feeling we'll be using that a lot later. Also the Dowsing Machine app. I know I'm going to be using that a lot. At this point, Rock Smash starts to show itself, tipping off the power scale as we fight through Geodudes and Onyx. Onyxes? Is there a plural for Onyx? In Hearthome, we pick up an Eevee from Bebe, which I'm not going to use. And we also pick up Shellbell, which also might come in handy later. We convince the Hearthome gym leader to return to the gym, and alright, time for another gym. I really like this puzzle. Normally, this gym is pitch black, but since I'm using an emulator for this one, it's showing the game a little brighter, so this puzzle is much easier than usual. With no dark or ghost moves, our only option is to use Flame Wheel. Fantina is up, and I waste this turn doing Torment when I could've used Flame Wheel. Miss Magius nails us with a Shadow Ball that lowers our special defense, but despite all that, we manage to defeat the Ghost Gym and earn ourselves our third badge. As we head out of Hearthome, rival time. Good start so far, but Primplup crits us with a Bubble Beam. Well, that's some bad luck. It finally happened. And the second time was worse. I missed the second Flame Wheel and then get hit by Endeavor. Then a Quick Attack to end the battle. Next try, I swap the Quick Claw for Shell Bell. Third try, I knock out the Staravia without taking any damage, but the Bubble Beam takes more than half our health. I might have to level grind. At this point, I'm regretting teaching Rock Smash, but I need it for the first gym. On our next attempt, Staravia hits us with a Wing Attack instead of going for Double Team. Our Facade does less than half of Primplup's health, so we don't have enough power to take out the Primplup yet. Back to grinding. While grinding, it occurred to me since I was getting poisoned almost every time I encountered a Rosalia or Badoo, maybe we could use the poison status in our favor. So let's try it. In this attempt, we one-shot the Staravia, barely take out Priplup, but unfortunately, we actually get taken out by the poison itself. Oh boy. It was then I realized that Staravia's Intimidate was lowering our attack at the beginning of each battle. I have no idea how I missed this before. I don't have much choice but to level grind some more. And after some time later, it hit me. Checking the friendship app, it shows Solar really likes me. Aw, thanks buddy. And remember that TM Professor Rowan gave us at the very beginning of our journey? Teaching Return to Solar should give us the power that we're looking for. But only one way to find out. On this attempt, so far so good, we one-shot Staravia, Primplup, and Ponyta with Return, and then finish off Rosalia with Flame Wheel. Overall, I guess you can say, that's the power of love. Onward to Solaceon Town. We picked up a couple dozen bottles of Moo Moo milk at the Cafe Cabin. We arrive in Veilstone City, but nothing too much else to note. Team Galactic is here, so we'll have to deal with that later on. We were gifted a Porygon that I nicknamed 8-Bit, and then promptly sent it to the box. We have access to the game corner, so there are TMs and useful items that we can potentially use. But I'm pretty sure we'll skip this for now. Who knows, we might need it later. With that aside, it is time for the gym. Maylene is up. Meditite was easy. Machoke got taken down by my Quick Claw! And Quick Claw! Pops again, giving us the victory against her Lucario. We're given TM Drain Punch, but unfortunately Solar can't learn this one. Doesn't really make sense, but oh well. 4th gym badge done and dusted. So now that we're level 50, let's have a look at our stats. Our physical attack and speed are on par with each other, and our health isn't too bad. We are currently stuck with Rock Smash until we reach Jubilife City, so we just have to make the best of it for now. My overall concern is encountering water type, but I have a solution for that coming up. But with that out of the way, it's on to Route 214. I'm keeping that in there. We pick up the TM for Dig. That might be used for later if we need it, but I'll hang on to it for now. I know I down talk Rock Smash, but it seems to be coming in real handy on this route. Let's talk about double battles for a moment. There is a cafe up ahead that only features double battles. So going forward, since Bderf needs to evolve at some point to be able to learn Surf, I'll have it as my partner for these double battles, and I'll just spam Growl or Defense Curl until it faints. There's no real way around it for the forced double battles, and I don't want to miss out on any experience we get. This is to save us from grinding levels later on. We also find the TM for Aerial Ace. Don't know if I'm going to use it though. At Pastoria City, we find the Move Relearner, as well as an NPC that wants to see a male and female Combi together for a Macho Brace. Though we don't need the Macho Brace, it's still nice to know. Now that we're here, we have the Water Gym ahead of us. Likely one of the most difficult gyms we'll have to face. But if we go ahead to Route 212, we can find a move tutor that will come in handy for us. Though it turns out I don't have enough shards for Thunder Punch. So you know what that means. We'll go into the underground. While in the underground, as expected, finding shards is a bit of a tedious task, but we're getting there. What I wasn't expecting was the fact that emulators don't handle features that utilize Wi-Fi very well. So to combat this, I have to send the treasures to my bag, pop up to the surface, and then drop down to the underground again. This way it saves my progress and the items I collected. For a change of pace, I check out the Great Marsh for more shards. Only finding one of each color. It's something, but we gotta go back to the underground. After a few days of this, I finally get enough shards for Solar to learn Thunder Punch. Blue shards are surprisingly hard to find. On the way back, I decided to give Thunder Punch a try and, oh boy, I was not disappointed. Time to take on the gym. Oh, never mind. Hi Brad. Having Thunder Punch makes a huge difference this time, and our rival is dispatched rather quickly. But with that out of the way, now it's time to take on the gym. Even though I am worried about water and ground type Pokemon, we may just have enough muscle to get through them. Crusher Wake is up. His Gyarados goes down with one Thunder Punch, but its Intimidate lowers my attack for the rest of the fight. Quagsire takes a few returns before going down, bringing our HP down to 6 going into our next opponent, Floatzel. We nearly take out Floatzel, but it survives with a sliver of health. Even with Quick Claw at our side, we're gonna need a bit more levels. Back to the 7-star restaurant for some more double battles and level grinding. On our next attempt at level 58, Quagsire somehow misses its first 2 attacks. But after hitting it with 2 returns and getting it to red health, Crasher heals it back to full health with a Hyper Potion. Quick Claw doesn't seem to proc at all this time, so Brian finishes Solar. We still need to do a little bit more damage. On our 3rd attempt at level 60, Mudshot crits. Ugh. But then my 2nd return crits back. Floatzel then sweeps us with Aqua Tail. Next attempt, I change my strategy up against Quagsire. Rock Smash to lower its defense. It paid off landing a one-hit KO on return. But Floatzel does what Floatzel does best. Our Thunder Punch still isn't enough. On one of our next attempts, my strategy wasn't as effective as it was the first time, leaving Quagsire with just enough health to make me tilted. At this point, we're gonna have to do a crit with Thunder Punch. After 2 more attempts, by some sheer dumb luck, we did it. Quagsire got knocked out with 2 returns, and we somehow survive an Aqua Jet with 3 HP to spare, and knock out the Floatzel with a single Thunder Punch. I'm not complaining, I'm just glad it's over. 5th gym badge done and dusted. Moving on. Cynthia hands us the secret potion to help the Psyducks on Route 210 with their headaches. So let's not waste any more time and do that. On the way there, I play around with the ball capsule seals. Because why not? We give the Psyducks a potion and they clear out. Cynthia tasks us with another request. On to Celestic Town. I must say the ball capsules were a nice feature that I wish they brought back. Thank goodness for Defog. Ah, this double battle. Let's see if I can get it to be a single battle. Ah, nope. At least I tried. In Celestic Town, Team Galactic's boss, Cyrus, comes to play this time, but Solar makes quick work of his team. After that, we are given HM03, Surf. Cynthia encourages us to go to Jubilife City, and yeah, let's go there first. Fun fact, there's a hidden King's Rock by the entrance to the ruins. Didn't know that before. At Jubilife City, we finally get Solar to forget Rock Smash and learn Brick Break. It's funny, our Flame Wheel is technically our lowest power move now. Debating on learning Fire Punch, but that'll depend on how much I want to torture myself with farming shards again. And it turns out I forgot to hit record after this, so you'll have to take my word on the following. We battle our rival, Saravia was a one-shot, and Polion takes Solar down to 11 HP, with that darn bubble beam, and then Rapidash's Stomp takes us out. Yikes. Time to do some soul searching while we backtrack over places that we missed and surf areas. On our journey I encountered an NPC that wants to see a Pokemon at level 69. Me too, buddy. Me too. We visit the Fuego Ironworks, picking up a few shards, battle some trainers, get the TM for Flamethrower, and then meet an NPC that trades star pieces for shards. Yay! While we were exploring, Solar got to level 69. Nice. Let's go see what the NPC was gonna give us that wanted to see a Pokemon at level 69. Ah, a black belt. That may come in handy if the next gym gives us any trouble. Speaking of trouble, rival rematch. 2 Thunder Punches including a Paralysis and we knock out the Empoleon. Rapidash goes down to a return. Heracross and Roserade go down to a Flame Wheel each. Rival down, 69 seems to be our lucky number. Now I'm curious how we hold up against the Steel Gym. We will eventually go to Iron Island for sure, but let's see how we do beforehand. Gym Leader Byron time. Magneton is no problem. We Quick Claw the Steelix and it still doesn't go down in one hit, as it sets up for Sandstorm. Another Brick Break and Steelix goes down. Bastiodon is up, and one Brick Break later it goes down. That went very well. Good job, Solar. Brad wants us to check out the library, but I want to make a trip over to Iron Island just to pick up Strength, and maybe a few more levels. And don't worry, when I team up with Riley, I only take on single battles. Well, except for the Team Galactic battle, we got scripted into that one. Afterwards, Riley gifts us an egg. That's nice of him. With that out of the way, it's time to run through the plot. Team Galactic's plans are in full swing, and we're off to Lake Valor. So their big plan was to suffocate the Magikarp at Lake Valor? Weird plan. Nope. They actually were after the Lake Guardians. Commander Saturn is up, but he was not prepared for Solar's might. Sounds like Lake Verity is in trouble, so we better check that out. The grunts were no big deal, but we got a rematch with Mars coming up. Aside from her purr ugly using Fake Out, she wasn't really worth the hype. With one more lake to check out, that's the one Brad's at, and that's all the way up by Snow Point City. Before we make our trek up there, let's do an inventory check, so I can see we are close to having enough shards to teach Solar Fire Punch for a nice upgrade to his Fire type move. I'm also gathering a collection of vitamins. I'm debating on using some of these to help with Solar stats. They aren't awful by any means, but I feel we could do a little better. I'd prefer to have something like the Muscle Brace or Leftovers as an item to use, but Quick Claw is still doing an alright job. I may consider swiping in plates depending on what we're up against to increase the particular typing of our moves. Trading star pieces, one of each color for shards, really helps. You can do this trade with the boss of the Fuego Ironworks. Now I was confused because I kept getting the same text speech every time I spoke to him. Turns out, if you have more than 10, then an extra option comes up to trade 10 or just one star piece. Otherwise, it just happens automatically when you say yes. Because now I have more shards than what I did before. So it looks like we can teach Solar Fire Punch. But it also turns out we can't use any of these vitamins due to Solar using up all his EV points. That's good, I guess. Let's start our trek up to Snow Point City. We blast through Route 216. Maylene passes us on Route 217. She's going through training. Nicole never bothered her anyway. We find HM08 Rock Climb, but I'm gonna hold off on teaching it, for reasons. Past the blizzard, we actually get to Acuity Lakefront. God, I hope I said that right. And oh, good. Brad seems fine. For now, better head straight to Snow Point City then. There isn't much to note here, since I'm not the chosen one. Aside from Maylene made it here safe and sound, so thank goodness for that. I also think one of those side decks from Route 210 found their way up here. Alright, gym time. I plan on fighting every trainer in here anyways. I think this puzzle is going to be more challenging if I'm being honest. Now for Gym Leader Candace. Sneasel goes down to Brick Break, and then the rest of her team gets swept with Fire Punch. That's a 7 badge, done and dusted. We've really been sweeping most of these gyms. To be honest, I've only had troubles with water types. I am definitely worried about Cynthia though. Now to Lake Acuity. Brad had lost against Jupiter, but that doesn't keep him down. So now to head to Team Galactic's HQ. I mow through the grunts and scientists, and then at the top, Cyrus, and we speedbag his whole Pokemon team down. Cyrus allows us to go free the Lake Guardians, but Saturn wants a rematch. But just like Cyrus, Saturn is also a pushover. With that out of the way, alright, they went to the peak of Mount Coronet. I guess we better go stop them. Oh, and on our way over, the egg Riley gave us hatched into a Riolu. I decided to nickname it after the trainer that gave us the egg, Riley. Yes, I know it's female, but that shouldn't matter. We promptly deposit Riley in the box. To Mount Coronet! After a long trek up and battling every single grunt along the way, we've made it to the top of Mount Coronet. What's a couple more grunts? We're then challenged by Mars and Jupiter. Then Brad shows up. Unavoidable double battle is a go. Brad brings his Munchlax. Kudos to him for finding one. Solar knocks out one Bronzor with Fire Punch, while the other one sets up Light Screen. And Munchlax uses Stockpile. Solar then Fire Punches the second Bronzor before taking a Poison Jab from Skuntank. Munchlax then screeches Skuntank as Perugly is sent out. Solar destroys Light Screen by using Brick Break, one-shotting Perugly. Another Poison Jab is struck, but this time aimed at Munchlax, who takes it, but then uses Stockpile again. Next Golbat is sent out, who is quickly dispatched with a Thunder Punch from Solar. Poison Jab hits Munchlax again, nearly bringing it to red health, but it then swallows its stockpile to recover most of its HP. Solar uses Return on Skuntank. I'm sure Screech from earlier helped. Finally, a Golbat is sent out, then handled exactly like the one before. It's too bad I couldn't have seen how the battle would have gone on my own, but oh well, it made for an entertaining battle. After Cyrus's plan fails, as it would. No. Right? The graphic goofed up again. I mean, oh no. What are we going to do? Now, I won't weigh this video down with the complexities of navigating through the distortion world, so let's just jump right to the battle with Cyrus. Comment down below if you think we'll be able to put a stop to Cyrus. Wish me luck. Cyrus rematch time. On our first attempt, it doesn't go well. Cyrus sends out his Houndoom and Solar gets ready to go. Solar uses Brick Break to one-shot Houndoom. Gyarados is sent out and lowers Solar's attack, but Solar still one-shots Gyarados with Thunder Punch. Next up is his Honchkrow, who barely survives Thunder Punch and hits Solar with a Drill Peck, nearly taking us to half HP. Solar goes to use Thunder Punch again, but Cyrus wisely uses Full Restore on Honchkrow, bringing us back to square one. Thunder Punch brings Honchkrow back down to a sliver of health. Solar follows up with another Thunder Punch, taking out Honchkrow. Cyrus's next Pokemon is Weavile. Solar goes for a Brick Break but is interrupted by a crit Fake Out, flinching Solar and bringing us to a quarter of health. Brick Break is used again to take down the Weavile. Cyrus sends out his last Pokemon, Crobat. Solar goes for a Thunder Punch, only bringing Crobat down to a quarter of health. We get Paralysis, but Crobat still hits Solar with a Cross Poison, bringing us down to 17 health, and poisoning Solar. And then the poison takes us out of the fight. We were close to winning that one, we just had some bad luck. On this attempt, same as before, Brick Break takes down Houndoom, then Thunder Punch takes down Gyarados. Honchkrow still survives Thunder Punch with barely any health and gets paralyzed, and then lands a Drill Peck on Solar. This time we know the Full Restore is coming, so Solar uses Return to bring Honchkrow's HP down to over half. Next turn, Solar uses Thunder Punch to finish off Honchkrow. Next is Weavile, who hits us again with a Fake Out, flinching Solar, but this time with regular damage. Then Solar follows up with a Brick Break, taking down Weavile in one shot. We're looking better this time going into Crobat. Thunder Punch hits, causing paralysis just like before. Crobat uses Air Slash instead of Cross Poison and only brings Solar down to 44 HP. Solar hits another Thunder Punch, but Cyrus heals Crobat with a Full Restore. Right back where we started. Finally, Solar lands another Thunder Punch, defeating Crobat and gaining 2010 experience points. That was a good year. After the battle, Cyrus storms off, leaving us to deal with Giratina. Thanks, dude. What better way to deal with the legendary Pokemon of the Distortion world, but with a gift that Cyrus gave us earlier, the Master Ball. Giratina is caught and we nickname it after the person who helped us catch it, Cyrus. Cyrus then shouts a few more words at us before wandering off into the void. Okay, bye. Cynthia joins us and jumping into the portal Giratina left for us, and we're back in the normal world. Or Sinnoh, rather. With that being done, let's search around the region for places to use Rock Climb because I got that earlier. And we can also battle the police officers since it's nighttime. Oh, that's why they haven't done anything, because it wasn't nighttime before, I guess. We also pick up the Coin Toss app. Yay! We are at level 80. One more batch to get and then it's off to the Elite Four. I'm still worried about Cynthia. Comment down below whether you think I can succeed in this challenge or not at this point. On to Route 222. We take on all the trainers we can battle at the moment, and also check out the Pikachu fan club. Whoa, that's a lot of Pikachu. This guy's dream is to go to the Pokemon Championship with only Pikachu. And mine is to do the same with Chimchar. One day, buddy. Arriving at Sunyshore City, we are greeted by Flint of the Elite Four, a fellow Fire-type user like myself. He encourages us to challenge Volkner to get him out of his funk. Checking out the Sunyshore Market, we are rewarded with the Effort Ribbon, as well as picking up a few more seals to play with. Perfect. We talked to Volkner and he's stoked to battle us now. With that done, it's gym time. The trainers here are pretty easy, except for this Raichu that nearly took out Solar. Gym Leader Volkner's up. Jolteon goes down to a return. Solar goes for a Fire Punch. We get Paralysis, but one-shot the Raichu. Electivire hits us with a Thunder Punch. We get paralyzed for 2 turns and get taken out with another Thunder Punch. That was some real bad luck on our end. Alright, next attempt. Jolteon survives return and Thunder Waves Solar. Raichu outspeeds us now, landing a Focus Blast, but we take it down with a Fire Punch. Electivire hits us with a Thunder Punch again, and we take another round of Paralysis. We survive with 16 HP before Luxray takes us out. This paralysis is crippling us a bit. We either have to get some better luck or change our held item. Right now Quick Claw doesn't seem to be effective, but we can't complain. We can obtain Shed Skin, which would be really helpful with these paralysis. There's one more item we can obtain that might help, but I'm gonna give it a few more tries and hope we get lucky. On our next attempt, Solar one-shots Jolteon and Raichu using Fire Punch. No paralysis so far, so good. We crit Fire Punch against Electivire. We're in good shape going into Luxray. Fire Punch nearly takes out Luxray, but then Solar gets hit with a Thunder Fang. Volkner uses a full restore on Luxray. Another Fire Punch brings it down to 1/10 of its health, and a final Fire Punch takes it out. See, all we needed was luck on our side. Let's hope the Pokemon League will be just as lucky. We arrive at the top of the Pokemon League, but before we take on the Elite Four, we got one more rival battle. Let's do this. Staraptor goes down to a Thunder Punch. Empoleon takes a Brick Break and then uses Brine to bring us down to 4 HP. Snorlax only goes down to 1/4 HP and then Earthquakes us, ending the battle. Here we go again. On our second attempt, I swap out Quick Claw for Razor Claw, hoping it'll help Solar crit more. But this time Staraptor doesn't go down to the first Thunder Punch, so we take a bit of damage from close combat. Empoleon survives the Brick Break again and brings us down. Third attempt, we crit Staraptor, we crit Empoleon. Solar takes an Earthquake from Snorlax like before, but then 2 hits with Brick Break, taking Snorlax down. We crit Heracross. Rapidash then sets up Sunny Day, so we 2-hit with Return. But then Sunny Day powers up our Fire Punch to one-shot the Roserade. With that out of the way, our final challenge is up. The Elite Four and the Champion. Looking ahead to what we're facing, I am worried about Bertha now. Still worried about Cynthia the most though. Comment down below whether you think I can complete this challenge or not. Wish me luck. First up is Aaron. Yanmega is one-shot with Fire Punch. Vespiquen is one-shot by Fire Punch. Heracross is one-shot by Fire Punch. Scizor is one-shot by Fire Punch. And once you know it, Drapion actually doesn't go down on one Fire Punch. It takes the full Fire Punch nearly getting knocked out, but then heals itself with a Citrus Berry. Solar then gets hit with a Cross Poison, but then the Drapion goes down to a second Fire Punch. Nearly a flawless victory. Next is Bertha. Okay, let's do this. Whiscash survives return, then sets up Sandstorm, then heals back to full health. 2 returns later and it goes down. The Sandstorm is chipping away at us. Hippowdon only goes down to half health, and then knocks us out with Earthquake. On our next attempt, I'm likely only hitting Bertha's Pokemon with Return, so I equip the Silk Scarf to Solar to help boost Return. Whiscash barely survives Return. Sandstorm goes up again, heals, survives another Return, the third one takes it down, and we level up mid-battle. Hippowdon's up. The Silk Scarf and level up didn't help our damage, but we survived with 3 HP before Sandstorm takes us out. Let's grind in another level and see. Our next attempt at level 89. Solar one-shots Whiscash, and then Hippowdon comes out. We can handle the Earthquake a little better, going down to half health, and we take down Hippowdon with 2 returns. Solar Brick Breaks the Golem, but it's not enough as the Earthquake takes us down. We're so close, but so far. At this point, I have enough rare candies to bring Solar up to level 100. I was hoping to see if I could do this challenge without getting Solar up to level 100, but we don't have any other choice at this point. After that, I'm out of ideas. And here's our stats at level 100. It's now or never. Aaron is no problem at this point, except for the Drapion who refuses to go down in one shot. As for Bertha, Whiscash is one shot, Hippowdon gets the Sandstorm up and survives the return still, and then this time yawns at us. Bertha heals Hippowdon, Solar gets Hippowdon down, but then falls asleep from yawn. That's it for that attempt. On one of our later attempts, Solar's Blaze ability actually helps us take down Hippowdon with a Fire Punch in one hit. On our 5th attempt, we knock out the Golem, but then the Rhyperior comes out. With only 1/3 of our health left, we don't survive the Earthquake. Looking over my inventory, I recall that we have Shell Bell, a held item that recovers health every time we inflict damage. We lose the boost from Silk Scarf, but oh well, let's give it a shot. A few more attempts and Hippowdon's yawn is even more crippling than Volkner's paralysis. If that yawn hits us, there's nothing we can do. That's the end. So far the farthest we can get is Rhyperior before it one-shots us with Earthquake. I'm not giving up yet. Not yet. More attempts in and I'm getting desperate. So I'm looking through what Chimchar can learn for TMs, and there's one that might give us a bigger edge for the Elite Four, and that's Focus Punch. For some reason, I don't have it. I must have missed it, so we're backtracking to Orberg Gate and getting ourselves TM01, Focus Punch. It's a risky move, but as long as we don't get hit first, I think we're good. On our next attempt, nope, that was a bad idea. I had completely forgotten how that move works. Back to the drawing board. Let's try Iron Tail. It's a lower accuracy move than Brick Break, but with more power. That's good for us as long as it hits. After a few more attempts, it appears Iron Tail seems to be helping us out as we can one-shot Golem, but Rhyperior still lives. So far, a perfect run looks like this. We one-shot the Whiscash with Return, we two-shot Hippowdon with Fire Punch, and hoping Earthquake doesn't do too much damage, a burn would be nice. We one-shot Golem with Iron Tail, we one-shot Rhyperior with Iron Tail, maybe with a crit, but then we still have another Pokemon to deal with. I decided to check on Solar's happiness with all the losses and oh, it's gone down. That doesn't help. Gonna need some R&R for Solar. After a nice walk, it's time to try the Elite Four again. A few more attempts in, and Iron Tail looks to be working when it hits, but it needs a little more. We do have Metal Coat. Sacrificing the HP recovery from Shell Bell for power, we might as well try. After 22 attempts and 5 hours later in total, we get a perfect run. That took forever, but we did it. Now it's on to the next Elite Four member, Flint. So now we have a potential problem. We got rid of Brick Break for Iron Tail, so we don't have a super effective move against Houndoom. The hope is to overpower it before it starts attacking. Oh no, I forgot to heal. Eterna takes us out with a Mach Punch. On our second try, Houndoom gets one shot by Return, Infernape gets one shot by Return, Flareon does Quick Attack on Solar, but still gets one shot by Return, Magmortar comes out and gets one shot by Return, and then Rapidash shows up, and then gets one shot by Return. Nice, that's an Elite Four member sweep. Next is Lucian. Mr. Mime gets one shot by Return, Gallade gets crit one shot by Return, Bronzong gets one shot by Fire Punch, Espeon gets one shot by Return, and then Alakazam gets one shot by Return as well. Another Elite Four sweep. Now it's time for the champion, and I'm terrified. I need to restore some power points because we might need it. Here we go, Champion Cynthia. Spiritomb comes out first, and we nearly one-shot it with Fire Punch. Solar takes a Shadow Ball, and then Cynthia heals Spiritomb with a full restore. 2 more Fire Punches, and it goes down. Milotic is up, fingers crossed, and we crit Thunder Punch? That's some luck there. Garchomp is up, and I think our luck may have just ran out. Return almost took it out, but it survives. Heals from a Citrus Berry, and then knocks us out with an Earthquake. This is what I was worried about. Let's rethink our strategy. We get a lot of damage from Return with Silk Scarf. Iron Tail with Metal Coat is comparable, so let's try it. On our next attempt, Spiritomb similar like before, but this time gets burned. Milotic also gets one shot by Thunder Punch, but Garchomp, no go. I think only a crit will save us. 2 more attempts later, and I switch in Razor Claw in hopes of critting Garchomp. The following attempt after that, we managed to crit Garchomp with Return, but it wasn't enough. One other strategy is to have Solar hold King's Rock for a 10% chance of flinching. It's worth a shot. On our 6th attempt, the crit return worked. We actually took down the Garchomp. Togekiss is next, survives the first Thunder Punch, and then hits us with a Water Pulse, bringing our HP down to 59. But then the second Thunder Punch takes down Togekiss. Lucario is up and gets one shot by Fire Punch. And then finally it's Roserade, and of course gets one shot by Fire Punch. It took a mountain of tries, but we did it. We beat Pokemon Platinum with 1 Chimchar. Wow, I can't believe it. This has been my first challenge, and I am proud that I managed to complete it with Chimchar. I really enjoyed this type of challenge. It was fun to see what a single Pokemon is capable of. I had so much fun that I hope I get to do more of these in the future. Leave a comment down below on suggestions for future challenges. I got a few in mind. If you enjoy these types of videos, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And until then, you guys, this is SolarPrimal signing out, and bye for now.